Okay, so let's take a look at how you can connect Oracle XE Edition to Dbeaver tool, right? So let's say if you go to Oracle and then find XE Edition database, you can download the version that is available. So it could be 21C, 23C, or maybe 25C in near future. So based on that, you can simply download the installer, run it with admin access. Once you install that, you will be able to find it within your Windows menu, then Oracle. Here you can open tools like SQL Plus, but that would be command line access, right? So if you don't want that, and instead if you want to make use of a tool like Dbeaver, then you can go to Dbeaver, click on download, and choose portable edition or maybe installer, right? Either one of that should do. Now the Oracle is available as one of the data sources within Dbeaver in community edition, so you don't have to go for cloud or enterprise, right? Simply use this open source edition. Now let's say if I choose to use Dbeaver, after installation I will go to Dbeaver and click open. Once we do that, it will load up. Considering this is Java based, it will take some time to load, like most of the Java apps which are slow to load as it is, right? So we will take a look at this, and here the Oracle XE edition is limited to only one database, so you will be limited with what you get in default, right? So let me go full screen here. Right now, if you click on the top, there is new database connection option, and within that list we see Oracle. Click on that. Now first time you go here, it will ask you to download the driver, and it will do it for you within the screen itself, and it will restart. Only the application will be restarted, and then driver name will be visible. Click on driver setting, so you get the idea what the driver was. So basically it is Oracle JDBC driver, and it will take all the required properties, settings, then library. Here you can see these release libraries. If you need to upload any, you will have to do it from here, right? The driver properties, you can see these some of the properties, right? Now we can close this one. Now let's come back here, right? So here you see few things that are already filled up for you. For example, host name, we get local host. So if you happen to be on server or say VPS where you have Oracle installed, then you can change this. Otherwise, for desktop user, you can keep this as is, right? Then you have port, which is 1521, right? Then there is database name. It could be different for you and me. There is also option to choose from SID and service name, right? So in my case it is service name, and database is not Oracle. I will change this. So considering for community edition XE, I have XE BDB1, right? Then we have authentication, where you have this Oracle database native. Then username, I will have to use sys. Now the role is not normal, it is sysdb. Then I will have to use password, right? So I will use that, right? Now can click on test connection to test whether this username and password works or not. So I will click on that. So it will try and connect, right? And here you see connected, and here you can see a driver and other details. It will also tell you that it is Oracle 21C Express Edition. It will give you details of all the properties for that, right? And during this test connection, if there is no driver, then it will also try and download the driver for you. So this way you would be able to connect. Now I already tested the connection, so next logical step would be to click on finish. If you want to check other properties like proxy, if you happen to use any within company, you can use this. Then there is SSH tab where you have SSH tunnel and respective name, username and password, etc. Then there is driver property. You have various driver properties listed, right? Then coming back to Oracle properties, these some of the properties you won't need, but if you happen to have DBA or any DevOps person around, you can ask them what these are, and they can show you whether it's worth editing them or not. Then the main tab where we have our details we already verified, can click finish. Now here you can see we have our connection. Can expand this, and if the connection is valid, it will show us few things, right? So we'll start from bottom. We have administer, we have our session listed here. Can expand this to see what it shows. So it will show you the current session, then locks. So currently it doesn't show any locks, right? Can remove these tabs. Now next thing is security. You can see the profiles, default CIS tick, so default is with these profiles, right? And there are roles, so various roles that you can see here, right? Then there are users. All of them are system based roles and users. So if you want to add more, you can right click view users here. However, in order to change few of these things, you will have to use Oracle's database configuration assistant, right? To find that, you can go to Windows menu, then all the apps, and then here let's see Oracle's folder, we have database configuration assistant. So currently my edition is XZ, so I won't be able to add new database. However, there are a few things I can change. I can remove the database, or maybe even manage templates and check the pluggable database. Currently we don't have any option for users here, so I will exit and go back here. We can check if we have means to change the user. So here we have net manager, net configuration, locale builder, database upgrade. There is a wallet manager. So let's try to find out what it is. Right. So here you can see the wallet manager. However, it's not relevant to our user option, right? So it's specific for wallet. So currently we don't have any means to change the user, right? So adding new user doesn't seem to be option within this Dbeaver, or for XZ edition we don't have user manager either. So most likely you can use SQL plus and see if you can add the new command to add new user, and that user will be visible here, right? And from there can check the storage. You have table space. You can see system auxiliary and system both have their respective sizes, right? And then let's move to global metadata. So we have user cycle being types. So what type of metadata we have? Blob, decimal, raw, table, number, text, binary. So we make use of them during our table creation, right? Then comes schema, right? All the default schema from system are here. So schema is your table. You want to create a new schema, choose right click, create new schema, give it a name and your password, because otherwise Oracle won't let you create anything. Then click OK. Then it will be available right here, and then you can run your table commands on that particular schema. Then operations as usual, right? So these some of the things that you can do with Dbeaver and your Oracle's free community edition XZ.